Valerio, I don't know if we want to stay more on Jupyter. There is the other example that.
Yeah, maybe we should move on to Jupyter because when I finish at 4.
Okay, so.
So should we go to Steve or my?
No, you can just run it from your from that same terminal where you run the viewer, the Python viewer.
So remember, we had to do the key. We had to do something strange.
Yeah, we can do it. It's just share the screen on WebEx.
Okay. Can we share the screen on mine? Okay.
Okay.
Here we are.
Yes. So we can go to the folder where we installed OpenViSUS with Python. It's not the other one. Wait a second. Maybe. Which one is it? Go.
Oh, do I need to open another PowerShell or close it?
I mean, you should go to the same folder where is installed OpenViSUS in Python. Now I don't know which of the two windows was doing that now. This is taking from only.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, perfect. So from here you can do Jupyter Notebook. You can run Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter. This will open up a browser. I would suggest to use Chrome if possible or Firefox because for some widgets.
You remember, open is not in my control.
Yes. Yeah, remember that. You can open another terminal. Yeah, you can try to go to localhost on Chrome, localhost 88. I think there are 48. No, 48. 8888. Okay, and to get the token, you just do Jupyter on a console Jupyter notebook list on another terminal, on a new terminal. Jupyter with the P list. Because okay, we take the token here, the copy. This is not necessary if you use directly Chrome or Firefox. Okay. Invalid.
Didn't like it.
Did you copy it correctly?
Clearly not.
Take the or copy the entire link even. You can copy the entire link. Or try the one under.
Is the first or the second?
I remember with the first last time we used. Okay.
Here you
So into samples, there is a folder called Jupyter. Read and view. So, yeah,
okay,
here.
So we loaded Jupyter notebook, so with a Python script. So at the beginning, we're going to load all the libraries, including OpenViSUS. And from there, we're going to load the asteroid data set. You see here is the data set which I created on the server.
Here we are printing some information like the size of it, the name of the field, and the data type. As we know, it was 500 cube float 32. This is creating a slice, so it's fetching a slice at a certain resolution, and we are just plotting it with matplotlib.
Yeah, so here you see that we're using OpenViSUS just to stream the data. The data is now local. We open as if it was a file, but we just connect it to the server. And then with a standard matplotlib, we draw the cross section. Obviously, we can draw it now.
Now we are going to fetch the entire volume at a certain resolution, and query is already done. Now we are using a widget to do the volume rendering, and is there. Cancel, I don't know what that is. Cancel.
Oh, I think I added it. And so here, anyway, so here we're doing the rendering with a different tool. This is using this IPy volume. But again, we want to emphasize you don't necessarily have to use our tool. We do interoperability with other components. Abbiamo un altro notebook.
We can go back to samples. In the other tab you have it. Samples Jupyter. Agriculture might be.
Is climate?
Climate, I don't know if the dataset is up now. Agriculture, there will be some diff of two different fields, of two different time steps. So yeah, you can start if you have all the widgets. Go. Okay, you have them. This is going to connect to a dataset in Utah.
So you see the URL, the machine that we have in Utah, and we are streaming the agricultural dataset.
Remove.
What is this query going to do?
This is just a function that will be used later for querying a specific time step. Now, when you wait a second because they are loading the previous instruction. Go up. Let's see what is doing. From the first in with the asterisk, remove the tree from create access.
What?
So in the line access dataset create access, remove tree because that was just to test the caching. Yeah.
This way?
Yeah. And now I don't know if it's the kernel not working. Try to from Python 3 if you can restart the kernel. You can stop. So from the top you have the stop button, and we can try to restart from the first instruction. Interrupting kernel. Okay, let's try. No, it's not restarting. Go into the kernel menu and see if we can restart the kernel. Restart. Yeah, yes, restart. Okay, let's restart from the first instruction. Okay, go ahead. Okay, resolution. You can go all the way, time query. 1 second here, because here will be, okay, now we created a function to query and visualize time step 0. And this is the time step 0 at a certain resolution. Now we are using the interact widgets of Jupyter Notebook. You can execute that. And we have a time slider now that we can use to change, go a bit down to change the time step.
And so now you can see that with that, we can change time step on the fly. So this is an agricultural data set with different acquisition over time.
Here
we're testing the difference. So they're not perfectly aligned, but you see on the fly we're doing the difference between time step 2 and time step 3.
Yeah, and then you can change which time step you want to compare to which you want to use to make the diff.
So yeah, this with the power of Jupyter, we kind of mix command line programming with the interactive user interface. And again, this matter then you can stream on the fly all the data. That's kind of key to actually make it work.
Actually, Valerio, you can show the climate because I checked the dataset should be the blue marbles, and from there we can show query at different resolutions. So let's try that as last.
And the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're over fine. So just as a last example.
Yes.
So I'm going to do two time steps of the blue marble.
Start from the beginning, and there are sliders for. Again, remove the tree from the next instruction. Wait a second. Remove the tree from create access before you execute it. Okay. Okay. And here we have the yes. Now we are querying for time step 0 resolution 21. Now we will see in the next interact, we can change time step and resolution. And you can see, try to change the resolution, for example. You can see actually the data at different resolutions.
So this gives a sense of, without having to change or resample the data, you can have a fast interaction with low resolution, but then we can increase the resolution and get the results of higher quality. And this is kind of what typically when you do analysis of data, when you're still debugging your analysis script, you want to go lower, normally lower resolution, when you get something that is interesting, then you might increase the resolution on the fly. Absolutely.
So at the moment, you're actually doing the processing of changing the parameters. That is done on the Jupyter or does it done on the server?
So on Jupyter, we set so the question for those that didn't hear was asking what's happening on the server side and what's happening on the Jupyter side. So in Jupyter, we have only the slider and so the assessment, and then basically allocate the array that will receive the data. As soon as the parameters are set, then there is a query that goes to the server and fetch the portion of the data that might be missing. And so, yeah, that answered. Yeah, and then if we were to do maybe a difference, that would happen on the Jupyter side, for example.
Okay. So how do you know when you are doing the processing?
When do you know where you are doing the processing on Jupyter? I mean, depending on the command, presumably.
Yeah, so the other example we're showing now, we're doing a query to the server, fetch the data, and do the processing on the client. So at the moment, the example we show, the processing were always happening on the client side. And so typically, given that people adjust their processing routine, changing parameters, VISUS also start building a cache locally so that you don't have to query again the server necessarily, and so on. And so there are ways to do some processing on the server side. We did not cover that today.
Leave it to query.
Okay, so I think we're done for the day. I think some people may need to leave it around 4, and we're 10 minutes past 4. But we'll be around if people want to still try things on their laptops for another half hour, an hour. So I would like to thank everybody for attending the tutorial and for the good questions. And thank you very much. And if there are more questions, we're available either on now or later on via email and so on. Thank you.